RVA. I'm your host, Rebecca Lynn Pierce, and I'm excited to be back again with you today with another fantastic chef. This time we have a local, homegrown chef, y'all. Today we have Chef Larry Carey. How are you,
Good,
Chef?
how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good. Today we'll be making honey garlic salmon and shrimp with asparagus. So right now I'm going to start off and go ahead and get the salmon
Well, he
ready.
just got right into it. He ain't let me ask no other
You
questions.
can ask questions if you want.
Wait,
Right
so we're making honey
garlic. Honey garlic salmon and shrimp. Two of my favorite ingredients, honey and garlic.
Oh my
So I
gosh.
just combined them in both.
Honey.
So,
Okay.
so right now we're just going to start with some fresh salmon, never frozen.
Never frozen. So wait, when you buy your salmon, because one of the things we try to do on the show here is really provide like really good tips on how to pick out good food.
Yeah, good food. Yeah.
So how do you know if you have a really good fresh salmon and where do we want to like
Well,
get?
first of all, you don't get it frozen. Go straight to the deli and look for the like pinkest and like darkest piece you can get.
The darkest
the
piece?
pink, yeah, the darkest pinkest piece you
Okay.
can get. Anything that's a little light, I really don't get it. I look for the deepest. Like I'm not gonna say pink. I'd say orange, like a nice orange color.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how do you like price it? Like I know salmon can be very expensive.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. Right now, it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like I say about $7-8 a pound,
Okay.
and a pound of salmon can feed 4 people. So
Ooh.
yeah.
So how much do we have here today?
It's about a quarter pound, like 3/4 of a pound.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So with your salmon, do you cook it with the skin on?
Yeah, I cook it with the skin on. I cook it with sometimes people don't like the skin, but
Right.
I like the skin myself. It's nice and crunchy.
Ooh.
Like a nice little treat after you finish eating.
Yes, okay, so tell us how you prepare your favorite salmon.
Okay, right now I'm just gonna start off with the salmon. I already washed it, patted it dry.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna start off with simple, just salt.
Wait, do we have to do that? Like, I mean, you can season it, but I always make the mistake of like rinsing off my salmon
And then
I
put it
never.
in the pan.
Yes.
Yeah, that's when stuff start popping and stuff, and then
Yeah.
it might stick to the pan. And
Oh, so
stuff.
that's the secret.
Yeah, you make sure you pat it
okay,
dry.
okay, well, I wasn't doing that. Pat it
Yeah,
dry.
make sure then when you season it, I always like to season high, that way it'll spread evenly. Opposed to you season low, you're gonna get.
Oh, I did another
Yeah.
mistake.
So
And
season high and spread it nice and even. Just
is
salt.
that regular salt or
Yeah, just
sea salt?
Mediterranean sea salt.
Can you use regular salt? Oh God, I'm terrible.
I mean, you can use regular salt, yeah. And that's nothing but just cracked pepper right here.
Cracked pepper. What
Yeah.
about cracked peppercorn? No?
Yeah, that's what this is, cracked
That's
peppercorn.
peppercorn.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a Mediterranean,
Well,
different
You
spices.
trying to go to the Mediterranean?
No, it's just look pretty. But right now we're gonna start off. Oh, make sure your pan's nice and hot. You don't ever want to start off with a cold pan.
Oh, so we're doing this on top of the stove.
Yeah,
not
on
in
top of the
oven.
stove. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, on top.
So I have another amateur question because y'all know I be tearing up the kitchen. You don't season the other side, the skin side. You just do that side.
Yeah, I just season the top. I don't season the skin side. That's just me. I mean, if you want to season the bottom, you can season the bottom. It's not
Well, I
like you do
didn't
it
know.
wrong.
Okay, so we're gonna use some olive oil.
Olive oil, yeah.
So is this called pan seared?
Yeah, pan seared.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
pan seared. Okay, I'm terrible with that. When you're doing pan seared, how should the pan be really hot or?
I say medium high heat. You don't want it too hot because then you put the salmon in there and it start popping and then flame up. So that's a medium high heat to be safe.
And how much olive oil?
A couple tablespoons.
You're not a measuring chef either, are you?
No.
We have some non-measuring chefs.
If everybody measures, everybody's food tastes the same.
Okay, well that is true. That's a good point. That's a good point. So tell me, so when we put it in the pan and we make sure the pan is warm, how long do you flip it over? How long does it?
Well, I cook my salmon, I say 90% side, skin down, and I flip it over and kiss it on the other side. And
Kiss it on the other side.
Yeah.
Kiss it on the other side. Okay. So let's see if we get some pop and sizzle. I like to hear the sound of
we
popping in
didn't
my pan. We'll get it.
Yeah,
it'll work. So how long do we cook it for?
5 minutes. 5 minutes, I say on the bottom,
Uh-huh.
and then after we flip it and kiss it for like 2 minutes on the top.
So you don't cook it? Okay, I'm terrible and amateurish. So that's really like only like 7 to 8 minutes.
Yeah, it shouldn't take long. You don't want to cook the salmon to death.
Ooh.
You know, sometimes you cook it too much to take away all the moisture and stuff. You want to keep all the moisture.
Okay.
And that's the good thing about searing. If it was hot, once you sear it, it lock the flavor in it. It lock the flavor and juices in it. So.
This is probably why I don't cook salmon off.
Well, this pan was supposed to be hot.
It'll do that. So tell us, how did you get into cooking? So how I found Chef Larry, everybody. Do I call you Chef Larry?
You can call me Chef Larry,
Okay.
Chef Carey.
So, So how I found Chef Larry was on social media, of course, and I just saw the pictures of your fantastic food.
Thank you.
And I was like, we gotta have him on the show. And now that I know you're born and raised here in Richmond, I really you're welcome. I really gotta chat with you about it. So how did you get into cooking?
Really, when I was a young boy, I always go spend the summertime in my grandmother's house.
Okay.
So all the kids would go outside and play around, I say about 4 or 5 o'clock. And around 4 or 5 o'clock, that's when my grandma preparing dinner. So me, I like to eat. I want to sit there and watch her getting it ready.
Right.
So I'm sitting there watching her. As I'm watching her, I'm picking up, learning little stuff. Back then I didn't know what I was looking at, but like now I know what she was doing. Like she always, every time she cooked, I always see her take this powder and pour it in the cup and mix it up and pour it in the pan. But once I got older, I just found out she was making gravy. Something that simple. I thought back and be like, oh, my grandma was making gravy when we do that. So I always go back and think. And I love those times because food captures memories.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So if you eat something, that'll take you back to that exact moment that you was like say, like I love my grandmother. So if I eat something to remind me of my grandmother, it's gonna put me in that place in that time. So food is like a time capsule almost.
It is, absolutely. So you decided. At what age did you say, you know what, I'm gonna be a cook. I'm gonna be a chef.
I really didn't decide. I say cooking really followed me all my life because, like I said, I used to watch my grandmother cook, and then my mom was a single mom, so I had to stay at home and cook for my sister and stuff.
Okay.
And then after I cooked for my sister, that's when I took a down period and worked at the ABC warehouse. And when I was working at the ABC warehouse, I'd come in and bring my lunch, and people would be like, "Oh my God, what are you bringing? What are you bringing?"
I would be sitting next to you.
Yeah, they was like, you don't need to be working. You should go out and cook. So after people kept telling me that, so that's what I ended up doing. And after I did it, here I am now.
So you're self-taught.
Self-taught, yeah. I mean, you can't really say self-taught because you pick it up from different places. Different like say a cooking show or maybe like a restaurant. You might pick this up idea up here, or maybe a cookbook. You might pick it up from there too.
Have you ever thought about doing a cookbook?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I want to do one, yeah.
Tell them how they can find you on Facebook, because y'all want to see his food.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Larry Carey or at Chef Larry, or my Instagram is Chef Larry67. Okay,
so right now you're a chef at what restaurant are we
at? Down in Billiards. It's a pool room on Midlothian Turnpike, 13184 Midlothian Turnpike.
I've heard that food is good. So
yeah, it's good. We won RVA Burger Week 3 years in a row.
RVA Burger Week. So
then when they crank it back up, I'm gonna win it again.
You do it again. Okay, so what kind of meat do you use in the burger?
I just use the IBP 80/20 meat because I like the fat content.
We don't know what that means. Break that down into.
I just use ground beef, basically. Yeah.
You don't
the ground beef with a nice fat. I don't add nothing to it.
Okay.
To me, if I add like onions, peppers, Worcestershire sauce, you're not making burger. You're making meatloaf to me.
Oh, that's.
So the only thing I put on my burger is salt and pepper, a nice flat top grilled cereal. You can add some toppings on it, but you don't want to add too much of toppings and take away from the burger.
Oh my goodness. So RVA Burger Week. Oh my gosh. So how's our fish coming along? How's that?
We started to get a little bubble.
Yeah. Okay, so when you were, your shrimp, I know we're not getting to that yet.
We're going to let this start getting nice and sizzle, but we can start working on this asparagus if you want.
Yeah, okay, good, because I'm going to talk about the shrimp because I like some shrimp and the asparagus. So look, asparagus. It's one of my favorite vegetables next to Brussels sprouts, which I know a lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts. And I have to admit, I'm terrible at cooking both.
Yeah, but the asparagus is simple. Some people like overthink it.
I do.
So that's all I do right here, cut off the tips.
So that's how far we can go.
Yeah, that's what I go.
Ooh.
And some people like to clean it off, take it off. But we don't need to do all that.
You don't. Okay, I did another mistake then. You don't rinse that off before you cook it?
Well, I already rinsed it off. And
you already did
that. I did that last night.
And dried it? And you dried it too?
Well, no, I did it last night. I patted it dry and everything and rinsed it off and patted it dry.
I'm supposed to pat it dry before I put it in my pan? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, it depends on that's what I would pat. I pat everything dry. Because if you leave water, the water is...
See, that's where I'm making my mistakes.
Yeah, you don't want no water. So I get a nice sheet pan.
Okay.
Small sheet pan, lay them out nice and flat. And I get a little extra virgin olive oil.
Again, we're not measuring, we're just pouring them.
Yeah, pouring olive oil.
Okay, so another cardinal sin that I'm clearly making is that I use cooking spray.
I don't use no cooking spray. Aerosol, you don't need to use no cooking spray.
Don't use cooking spray. Okay.
But if that's what you're comfortable with, I say go right ahead.
I don't know no better.
No, but you can use olive oil to do the same thing and it's much better for you.
Okay, we're going to use olive oil. And you just drizzle it.
You just drizzle a little bit. And I'm just going to hit it with a little cracked, like you said, cracked peppercorns again.
Okay, cracked peppercorn again.
And then a little salt.
And, And it's not even cooked yet. I'm still looking at it like it's good.
And then we're gonna get a nice piece of butter. This my downfall. I love butter.
Oh my goodness.
So
and
nice
you're
little-
using one of the top of the line butter. That ain't no.
Yeah, I'm using butter. I
That ain't
don't use
no
margarine.
butter.
I don't use, my butter is yellow. It's not,
Yes.
it don't have a white tint or nothing to it.
So you put that's like.
You can put another one on there too.
Oh my lord. So that's like 2 tablespoons of
Yeah,
butter.
I'm gonna say 4.
4 tablespoons. Ooh.
Yeah.
And you just lay it right on top.
Yeah, I just lay it right on top because it's gonna melt. And I'm just gonna take some lemon.
Okay, there's another thing I've never used. Lemon. Wedges.
Cut a couple little slices.
Y'all see that now?
And you can also, you can do this the same way and just grill it like that too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people like to grill.
I just throw a couple,
Oh wow.
this more for like visual, but the actual, flavors in the juice. So I'm gonna squeeze a little lemon juice on there.
Y'all gonna be jealous of me when this is over.
There we go.
That looks good already.
And
Oh
we're
my
gonna pop that in the oven.
Okay, what temperature and
I put it on 450 about 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay, that's another thing I've been doing around. I've been doing
350. That's everybody's favorite temperature. Everybody loves 350.
I didn't know. Okay, so 450 for how many minutes?
5 or 6 minutes.
See, I've been doing.
You gotta watch it though. It depends on how much asparagus you have.
Oh.
Because the amount, change the time. So if you got a lot, that 6 minutes might turn to 8 minutes.
Oh, see now, right there. See, because I've been cooking it at 350 for about 15 minutes, and that's clearly wrong. That's clearly not a good amount of time. So you don't look at the timer, do you? Because I'm terrible.
I don't look at the time. I go by smell.
Ooh, go by smell.
Yeah, sometimes smell can be a bad thing because once you start smelling that burnt smell, you know you done messed up.
You overdid it, right?
Yeah.
How's our fish looking, chef?
We starting to get a little sound from it. It's starting to get, sizzle on
It's
up.
starting to sizzle on us. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. So when you're cooking, you're cooking, I love how you said like cooking is a memory for you. So like when you're in the kitchen preparing a dish for, a customer that's ordered it, is that like something that's in the back of your mind, like you want to be able to help give them a memory as well?
Yeah, that's why when people ask me, what is your favorite thing to cook? I don't have a favorite thing to cook.
Right.
Because if I had a favorite thing to cook, I'm putting all my best into that one thing and I'm putting my best into everything.
That's a good point. Oh my gosh. So tell me, how did you, your page says you're a personal chef too. How did you get into that?
Because I've been cooking in restaurants for so long that I'm not gonna say I get tired of cooking, but you get tired of seeing the same
Dish.
I got the scenery of everything. Once you cook at other people's houses, it's different every time you go there. Like I get to cook in a different kitchen, different group of
Right.
people, different part of town.
And when you're cooking for your individual clients, do they bring you in to cook what you want to cook, or they tell you like this is what I'm interested in?
It all depends. It all depends on the clientele. Sometimes they want me to cook something that I like to cook, or they want me to cook something that they don't know how to cook, but they want, a home cooked meal.
I'm gonna need you to come and cook everything for me.
I got you covered. I got you. Right now we're gonna go take a check on this salmon. See how we working on that.
See, and that's another thing I'm using. I use a spatula.
You gotta get the tongs.
The tongs.
Yeah,
the
see,
tongs. So what are we looking for the bottom to look like?
Once the bottom, it'll get nice and crispy.
Nice and
Yeah, it don't
crispy.
even have no. Yeah, it's getting there. You want a nice brown tint, so almost like bronze color to it.
Okay.
But you don't want black. Stay away from the black color because that's burnt.
I don't want black. That's not gonna taste good. I already can tell that.
Okay, right now I'm gonna go ahead and prepping for the shrimp. I'm gonna go ahead and dice up some cloves of garlic.
Ooh, how many cloves of garlic? Too many.
Yeah, there's no such thing as 2 minute garlic. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so you can do the garlic, or you can do 1 or 2 cloves, but I may not use all this. So I'm gonna probably use 4 cloves of garlic, I'd say. Yeah.
So this meal right here, how many people? It looks like 3, right?
Yeah,
people
3
can
portions.
serve that?
Yeah, it's a nice, I'm not gonna say healthy, but it's a nice light meal. Say like if you wanna eat and then go out, that's a nice meal. You wanna be sitting there on the couch, can't move, ready to pass to sleep.
That's very true. And so is this a dish that you created, or is this something?
I saw honey garlic around a lot, and I just figured, I give it a try and put my own spin on it. Like I said, honey and garlic was my 2 favorite ingredients, so I just merged them and I threw it on everything. I even do honey garlic chicken. Yeah.
Why didn't we do that today? Honey garlic chicken. Wait, is that baked chicken or fried chicken?
I can do it fried, baked, or whatever.
Oh, God, Jesus, Lord. Look, I'm about to mess up my apron trying to get to the fried chicken already. I like that. So we're just dicing that
Yeah,
up.
just mince and dice it big. Yeah, you want it as small as possible.
That's a serious knife, though, Chef. I don't know if I can use that to cut.
You can use it.
And so this is fresh mint.
Fresh minced garlic.
Oh, wow. But is that mint? What is that?
This is parsley. This is just regular old curly parsley. This is, some people like to use Italian parsley, but I like curly parsley. It just looks better in the dishes. The Italian parsley is like a flat leaf. The curly parsley is, you know, more like, I say the Italian parsley is for like cooking something, and the curly parsley is for like finishing off, for like color and stuff like that.
I didn't know the difference between the two. I just buy parsley. There we go. Well, that fish is sounding really good.
Yeah, start moving these around.
Don't get popped.
I'm used to it. That's why I got the tattoos to cover my burn.
To cover up the burn.
Yeah.
So, like, what's your advice then for like maybe a young man who might be watching the show that wants to get into cooking? Because I've asked a couple of chefs. I have a 19-year-old son, and you know he's a little hesitant about getting in the kitchen. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, what's your advice for maybe a young man who's thinking about what do I do with my life? And the one thing I do like to do is cook.
I say if you're gonna cook, make sure you stick with it. It might be some times that be like, somebody might say, I'm not gonna say your food's nasty, you may dislike your food, or maybe some times that you can't find a job. I'm just gonna say stick with it, because once you stick with something, you're gonna win at the end. It may be hard, but you're gonna win. And when cooking, you take sacrifice, because like in my late teens, early 20s, everybody's out having fun, you know, partying, going to prom, going to clubs and stuff. My Friday and Saturday night, I'm in the kitchen cooking. So you do gotta, so you gotta sacrifice if you want to cook. It's a lot of time, a lot.
Oh my gosh, okay.
So we got the salmon cooking up nice and good.
That looks good. So I see it's starting to turn pink on the side.
Yeah, we're almost there. I'm gonna let it cook for another couple minutes. But right now, we can go ahead and start on the shrimp.
Oh, yes. Okay, so what kind of shrimp are we using? Does it matter?
These large shrimp, I can use large, nice size shrimp. Peeled and deveined and took the tail off, and they're already clean.
So you did all that, but you can buy shrimp already
peeled and deveined. Yeah, you can already buy them if you don't want to do that.
Right, well, because
I always buy them with the shell on because it's cheaper.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, because you're really just paying for the work that they already done.
Oh, well, I would like to try that on my own.
So right now we can start off with a little olive oil.
Some more, and that looks about 2 tablespoons.
Yeah,
maybe?
we're gonna say 2 tablespoons. You can be my measurement, yeah.
Oh, and butter too?
Yeah, we're gonna you gotta put the butter in there.
Oh my goodness, Lord, I'm gonna have so much fun eating these. Okay, again, OCD, I had to put the cutting in the sink because I can't stand to see that.
That's fine.
Oh,
another couple tablespoons of butter.
That looks like it's in about 4. No, 2?
2, yeah, that's 2.
Right.
Throw it in there. Pan's a little hot.
We don't want it too hot, right?
No, I'm gonna take it off for a little bit. Throw the buttermilk in there.
So how many pounds of shrimp is that probably?
This is about a pound right here.
A pound of shrimp.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the garlic on in there.
Oh, look at that. Y'all see that smoke coming? Y'all should smell the kitchen. Oh my goodness, that smells so good.
I'm gonna add a little white wine to it.
Oh, now he done brought in something I didn't know about, some wine. Why white wine?
Yeah, white wine.
Is that cooking wine or just
This is a little Pinot Grigio right here.
Pinot Grigio. Look at that.
And that's what's gonna make it a sauce. And we can go ahead and add our shrimp.
That looks beautiful, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my gosh. And how long do we cook the shrimp for?
Shrimp not gonna cook long. It's like 2 or 3 minutes for the shrimp.
Do we ever turn it over? Because I know that's...
Yeah, we turn them over and flip them. Well, since it's this amount, I say stir them up. Yeah.
Oh, you just pour the honey right on top of it?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Shut your mouth. Oh, goodness.
Put the honey.
Oh, look at that.
A couple of tablespoons of the main ingredient.
That's about 2.5.
Yeah.
So you really just like a lot of people have said, you just really season and use ingredients to taste.
Yeah. You don't want to overpower the food. That's one thing you don't want to do. You want to eat. You don't want to eat only garlic and honey and not taste no salmon.
That's true.
So right now I'm stirring these up a little.
Look at that, that's beautiful.
So how that sauce getting nice and thick, turn it over.
And the shrimp is turning thick already.
Now we can go ahead and put the meat. You see that bronze color I was talking about?
That's
beautiful. So now we're gonna finish it up on this side.
Okay, another horrible thing that I do is I always think that I gotta turn the shrimp, the salmon on its side.
You do depends on how thick it is.
Really?
Depends on how thick it is. You want it to the side.
Yes, but
yeah, so you doing it right. These pieces are not too big. That's what the belly department had out, so I don't have to cook these on the side.
Okay, because I see they're already
nice and brown. Yeah, we can go ahead and turn this down. Maybe we can just turn this off and let the residual heat in the pan finish it.
But sometimes you can do that if you leave the item in the pan and turn the stove off. The heat will still allow
cook it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then right now I'm just chopping up some curly parsley.
How much?
Really, I'd say about 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
And we just go ahead and dice that on up.
Eyeball it.
That's really for color, make it look nice.
Look at it adds flavor too.
Yeah, a little bit of flavor.
I love parsley. And these chicken food, you got. That looks so good. Oh my goodness. The smells in the kitchen. That's one thing I love about the kitchen. When cooking is done right, it smells good.
Yeah, now we got this. Cooking on up, you see that nice sauce.
Yes.
Shrimp got a nice color to it. With the parsley, you see the pieces of garlic in there. We're going to let that cook a couple minutes. Go ahead and check the salmon again. Yeah, that's looking nice. Yeah, we can go ahead and leave that alone.
So do what? Should we put out some napkins? I'm only going to put it on.
We're going straight to the plate.
Oh, we're going straight to the plate.
Yeah.
Oh, well, shut my mouth. We're going straight
Get rid of all this.
straight to the plate. So, Chef, do you do any cooking at home? Do you do any cooking at home?
I mean, not Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't do hardly no cooking at home, but when I put it like that.
Okay.
So I say I cook once a month, and when I cook, I'll cook a nice good meal, but my girlfriend does most of the cooking.
Right, that's because you
So
cook for everybody.
And I don't feel like coming home and cook for myself.
Oh
And even if I do cook for myself, it feels too much like work. So I just want to come home and relax.
I understand it. Do you ever, you want to go overseas to learn, pick up some more tricks?
Yeah, that would be, I would love to do that. I would love to go with France and just cook in one of their kitchens for a while. That would be so nice.
That would be
France,
awesome.
Japan. Japan's one of my places too. I love Japan.
So what's a dish that you would probably like to master from there?
Japan, sushi.
Oh.
I want to learn how to roll
There you
sushi.
go,
Yeah.
roast sushi. Well, I would be more than happy to be your taste tester.
No, that's fine. Okay.
So,
Now let's check and make sure, check on our asparagus. Oh yeah, they done.
Look at that. Ooh, you guys should smell the cacophony of smells in the kitchen right now. So that that was what, 8 minutes? And so how do you know when asparagus is like...
I usually tell by the tips. When the tips start to get a little brown, they're done.
Okay, see right there.
Yeah, and you don't want to cook it, well, I was about to say you don't want to cook it too long, because some people like the asparagus with a little crisp to it. And then some people like the asparagus soft. Yeah.
Right, okay. Love it. Okay, so our shrimp, are we ready on that?
Yeah, the shrimp ready, yeah.
Look, I'm hungry already. And so here, let's get a plate. And you can go ahead and make my plate.
Okay.
We're gonna make
put it on the stove.
So this only took like how many minutes to prepare?
I say this is a 10-minute meal.
10 minute meal, man. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
but we don't have the starch. Maybe if you wanted like some mashed potatoes or rice, they'll add on like an additional 15 minutes. This is a nice, quick, elegant,
I
nice
like
meal.
this. You got a meat and a beautiful
Vegetable. That's all you really need.
Oh my gosh. And so what was like the total cost of this meal probably, do you think?
The total cost, everything right here for 3, the total cost for this is about $45.
Wow.
That's with all the ingredients like the wine, salt and pepper, and everything.
Always have your stuff.
Yeah.
So if you were to order this meal in a restaurant, how much would it probably be per person?
You at least pay $25 to $30 per person for this.
Wow. I like 45 total.
Now we're going to take this nice.
Look at that. Oh, the lay on top. I would have laid it on the side. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
And we're going to take a couple of these shrimp, put them nice on top. One got away from them. But you always want to plate in the center of your plate.
Didn't know that either. Plate in the center. Is that just because of the look? You want it to look a certain
Yeah, you want it to pop. You don't want everything in the corners. You know, I look at the plate as a canvas, and every artist always start in the middle of the canvas.
This is true. Okay.
So
cooking is like
go.
art. I like that.
Hit it with a little bit of sauce on top.
Ooh.
A little bit.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I love what I do. This is why I love it. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. And we're gonna put that up here because I want the people at home to see this 10-minute dish that I'm about to eat.
Oh yeah.
As soon as I can find me a fork. You grab some forks back here. Do you want to plate the other one?
Yeah, I can plate the other one. Yeah.
Well, go ahead and grab you a plate. You got a good shot of that. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Look, I can see smoke coming off of this. Right? All right, chef.
Let me know what you think.
I'm gonna try this. Do I need a well, some people do, some people don't. Like need a knife to cut the.
Some people, yeah, like you said, it's your preference. Because everything's pretty tender.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, that just came right off of there. Oh my goodness. Y'all pardon me while I'm in food heaven. And this, we can eat the skin on there.
Yeah, you can eat it. Yeah. Skin is always. That's why I cook it skin side down.
So that you can
90% so you can eat it and it won't be too rubbery.
Okay. I put all my food together. Sorry, y'all. I put everything together. I don't eat it separate. Right? I dropped my asparagus. Y'all, that's good. That is good. The shrimp. I don't know why I always overcook the shrimp.
You overcook them?
I am overcooking my shrimp because this is light.
Crispy.
Yeah.
Crunchy. Yeah, that's what we do. And delicious. That's the main part.
Okay. Y'all, I want to thank my guest, Chef Larry Carey.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome. You gotta come back because
Oh, I'll be back.
now that you done said honey salmon, I'm gonna need to try the honey chicken.
We gotta do something else. We can do something else, then come back to it. Have me on here 3 times. We can skip, we can do something else, then come do the honey garlic chicken. And I'll let you do that. You do all this. I'll let you do it.
I'll learn.
You'll be my hand.
Please, I would love to learn how to do it better. Because right now, nobody in the house wants to eat my asparagus.
No, they're gonna eat it
Or my
after I
Brussels
teach
sprouts.
you. Yeah.
And I'll bring a dessert next time.
Okay, yeah,
Because
bring
he
I
doesn't
love
do
dessert.
desserts.
But I like to eat dessert.
But he likes to eat
Yeah.
desserts. Okay, thank you so much, y'all. Tune in next time to Beyond the Plate. RVA will have another fantastic chef. This is Richmond, Virginia's own, again, Chef Larry Carey. Thank you so much. Thank you, A's Apron, for my lovely fancy apron I'm wearing today. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it look nice.
You should order one.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you heard that. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys later. I'm going to finish. Bye.
Bye-bye.
This is so good. Oh, my goodness. Y'all got to taste this.